Cottage Grove's final points race of the season is tonight. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to today's video. First off, hope you're all having a great day today. Final points race of the season here at the Cottage Grove Speedway, and I am ready to hit the racetrack. I know I say that in a lot of my videos, but it's different when you're coming off a win. You're feeling confident, you're feeling ready, you just want to win that much more. I tasted winning last weekend at the Southern Oregon Speedway. Tonight, I would really like to get her done here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. We're gonna have probably over 25 sprint cars. We already have over 20 in the pit area. Really, it's just a beautiful day here in Cottage Grove, Oregon. It's gonna be a fun one though tonight. We have 6 classes in the pit area, so the track is probably gonna get really slick. Brian Crockett's out there doing some track prep to it right now. It's gonna be fun though. One more thing I wanna show you is tonight the Quality RV Hornets are here at the Cottage Grove Speedway, and there's a ton of them. They're already filling up the pit area down over this way. So here's where all the Hornets are pitting. There's probably around like I think 12 here, and then there's a few more back that way, and then there's some out in front of the front gate. So we're gonna have a ton of Hornets tonight. I believe maybe anywhere from 15 to 20. It's gonna be a great show. I wish Bennett was here to watch them with me because we just have a blast just watching those things. One of these days we'll get to rip them. They look like a bunch of fun. But anyway, let's get into today's video and see if we can get our second win of the season here at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Yep. We're heading out for qualifying right now, and tonight at Cottage Grove they're doing group qualifying, which means there's gonna be 6 other limiteds out there with me, so I gotta spread out, get a good time in. I'm the first group to go out, which means the track's probably gonna be a little slimy and the times might get a little bit better as the groups go on. So all I can do is put down my best time and hope that gives us a good shot in the heat race to start in the first 2 rows. Let's head out for qualifying. We got a little bit of a cool GoPro angle over here. I haven't tried yet. Qualifying just got over with. I was quick time in my group. Now I gotta go watch the other 3 or 4 and see where we end up. The car felt really good. It was still, like I said, there's just some grease out there on the bottom, and then if you got too high. Before I went out, I kind of played with my wing to try to get in a little bit of a better spot. I adjusted it as the laps went on, but I felt better, especially on the last one. I just hit my marks perfect, wide open, and the car felt great. But now I'm gonna go watch the other groups and see what the track's doing. Qualifying is over for all divisions. We ended up going 10th quick out of 25 cars. It just, the track got a little bit better and we're not in a bad spot. We're gonna start front row inside of our heat race. If we win that, we could potentially start on the front row. It all just depends on what draw they get. Sport mods are heading out now. Track still has a lot of grip. There's a little bit of slickness in the middle, so really I think if you just go a little bit above that, that's gonna be the preferred line right through like 3/4 of the way up. We're gonna start pulling the heat race. Let's see if we can get the win and put ourselves in a good spot for the A main event. inside of the heat race, led all 8 laps. I didn't get the greatest jump at the beginning. The car on the outside of me actually kind of had a nose on me at the line, but I just ripped the bottom in 3 and 4 again, and then slid up into the lead and ran the top for the rest of the 8 laps. The top was definitely faster, and even through those 8 laps, so at the first corner, I ran the bottom, and it felt actually pretty decent, but then by the last lap, in turns 1 and 2, I ran the bottom, and it already had slicked off just a little bit. It didn't have as much grip, so the top definitely really fast and moving up. So car was awesome, led all 8 laps. Now we just got to see what the pill draw does, and that'll tell us where we start, because there'll be an invert. Either a 0 car invert, which we'd be on the pole, I think, 6 car invert, we would start 6th, and then a 12 car invert, which I think we'd start 12th. So that's not good. Hopefully we can get the 0 and start up front in the A main event. But now I'm gonna go watch the rest of the sprint car heat races. I don't think I have seen Cottage Grove Speedway this slick in a long time. Here's a look at the racetrack. It's gonna be like racing on ice in the feature. I mean, there's not really any grip besides right here on the bottom. If we take a closer look at it though, your right rear has no grip. You're not really in anything, maybe a little, but we still have all the A mains before ours, so it's only gonna get worse. I think Brian Crockett is gonna bring the water truck out here, but it's kind of tough to even do anything with this. The water, the only thing it's really gonna help is making sure it doesn't take rubber, which it still could, but when it's this, I mean, this is rock hard. I mean, you're not gonna get water really deep in this. You might try to rip it up a little, but I don't know, we're just gonna have to see what he does. Seems like the top down here is decent. The bottom's a little bit better just because there's just that tiny bit of grip, but the top side, I mean, there's just not much to lean on at all. Same down in 1 and 2. I think we have the raffle coming up tonight. A few of us sprint car drivers, and I believe some of the other classes maybe, we all made little goodie baskets. I put some of my merchandise in it, and they're gonna be raffling them off, and all the proceeds go to Shriners, so that was really, really cool. I think they're getting ready to do that next, but here's just a look at 3 and 4. It's getting really, really slick and only gonna get more slick for the feature. Now here's a look at the top side of 1 and 2. Brian Crockett just threw a little bit of water on it. Really right now when they're watering it, it's just dust control. I mean, besides like trying to make sure it doesn't take rubber, but it's just keeping the dust down because it has been getting dusty in these later heat races and B mains. But down here, it's really, really slick. The top didn't look too bad. When we were watching the late models, they looked like they could maybe make it work in some of those other classes, but really once we get out there, that's when we're just gonna have to see where our car is good and not. So now I think I'm gonna head up in the stands for a little bit, but here's one last look at 1 and 2. It's getting very slick through the center. Time to head out for the A main event right now. We start front row inside on the pole. Let's see if we can make it 2 in a row. Right now the track is just so slick. I think we had 4 A mains ahead of us from the 4 classes, and they just made it even slicker. The water that he threw on it, like I said, it didn't really do much. If anything, it's just getting ready to take rubber. The Hornets are out there now, so they might get rid of the rubber for a little bit, but once we get out there, I mean, it's gonna definitely, I think, go rubber down, and that's probably gonna look maybe a few feet off the top side, and you're just gonna be able to hold it in there a lot more than you would, because like rubber is like tacky, it's like, but it's a different form of grip. So we're gonna head out there and let's see if we can just find the rubber quick and really just get going and get through traffic, because that's gonna be a big thing. But we start front row, let's see if we can get the win.
right, Tanner?
Tanner!
Wow!
Let's go, buddy.
Second win!
Let's go.
Woohoo!
We did it.
Good job. What did you think?
I've been on a few rubber down tracks, and this one was the most rubber I've ever experienced. And we were just really good all the way around. And feels good. Car was fast. Just went rubber down. I was watching. I had to commit around those lap cars like a lot. I had to just go for it. One time I hit the lap car really hard. I just had to thread. I can't stop. I'm going like 100 miles an hour faster. And contacts. Hopefully that didn't really hurt the car, but I squared them up again. So I got the win second in a row. And I mean, it was rubber down, but I did my best and I did everything I could to hold back Tyler Thompson. He's really fast, so to beat him when he's one of
He was on your heels a lot.
Yeah, I had to just kind of hit my marks and really do it, so we did good.
And then not only that, that restart when he was behind you, you knew you either had to slide yourself.
I had to hit my marks, and I was watching the rubber, and I could move down, and that was helping. And I'm just glad we came out on top. I mean, we were awesome.
All right, good job, son. We'll do some more in a little bit.
Won 2 races at 2 different racetracks. That's Tanner Holmes out of Jacksonville. Tanner, congratulations on your win night. This has got to feel like all the hard work, all the roller coaster of Speedway, ISCS, traveling up and down the road, full circle, and mission accomplished, my friend.
Yeah, last week it was really cool to win at the Southern Oregon Speedway, just our first win, and got it out of the way. But when you win at Cottage Grove, I mean, there's so many cars. I think we had, 25 sprints tonight, and some really, really good drivers that have won a lot of races. So when you come up on top, we start up front, we just really did everything right. So feels good to be on top.
I was going to say, if you look at on paper where everybody's starting where they finish, man, that was a boring race. That was not the case. Lap traffic in that feature, but hands down, decided that race. If you would have waited or wasted any time at all, it could have costed you.
Oh yeah, we were so fast, and the rubber was right there. I mean, I was basically wide open, almost qualifying, it felt like, and just got through traffic. Tyler was right there, but we were able to come out with the win. I do want to thank Roger for an awesome setup, Zach, Cameron, just everyone helping out, my family, Lafarge North America, Modern Machinery, Sundance Signs, QRC Carts, and just everyone. It feels good.
See you in a couple weeks in Coos Bay?
Yeah, we'll be at the Southern Oregon Speedway next weekend, and then Coos Bay, see if we can wrap up ISC on a high note.
All right, sounds great. Have a safe trip home. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Tanner Holmes out of Jacksonville. Tonight,
To end this video, I want to show you guys what the racetrack looks like tonight at the Cottage Grove Speedway. Rubber down. About 3 or 4 laps in, you could just see it. I mean, look at how black this is. And I knew the rubber was there when I drove in. So early on in the race, I was kind of driving in the rubber because there was a little bit, and then I was sliding up to the curb and getting a run in the grip. And then I knew that there was rubber because down here, one time I ran a little bit lower because you can see it almost looks like there's a little grip, but I ran like right in here coming off, just like 5-6 feet off the top, you know, way off the top. And it was hooked up. I'm like, okay, the rubber is definitely here, but felt good. Cottage Grove Speedway, look at this thing. Tanner Holmes, $500. And guys, I got a funny story actually. Cam, so he's my film guy. He's always here at Cottage Grove. You know, I said we did the basket for Shriners. I'll put a picture up on the screen of what it looks like, and Cam won. Cam won. But anyway, his link's in the description below, guys. Go check him out. He helps me out a ton and makes these videos happen. One last look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. It was rubber down. We did get the win. We did start up front, but it feels good. 2 in a row. Maybe could we have a perfect month of September? I don't know. We'll have to find out next weekend at the Southern Oregon Speedway. I'll see you guys all then. Deuces. I'm meeting some fans after the race. They all want to be in the vlog. Buddy, what's your name?
Kellen,
How long have you been watching the vlogs?
maybe a year.
Awesome. Hey, you guys want to be in the video too? What's your name?
Yeah. Bo,
Awesome. What's yours?
Peyton.
And you guys watch the vlogs, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Hey, thank you for coming over and saying hi. I love this green. This is an awesome color green. But anyway, yeah, we're packing up, and I think we're getting ready to head home. Feels good after getting a win.